Thanks for tuning into this edition of Upfront. I'm Falon Wagner, and today we're in the town of Taber. On this edition of Cop Beat, we're talking about commercial vehicle safety. A 3-day commercial vehicle inspection recently was underway in our city. Constable Steve Baker joins us to tell us about the results and the importance of commercial vehicle safety. There are some little ones on the ice today at the ATB Center. We were very excited this year to introduce our junior reporter to Shaw TV. Here's a look at Cassie in action. We're back here on Where You Live. Now we're joined by Shauna Hayward. She is a glass bead artist here in Lethbridge, and we're in her studio. Thanks so much for being with us today, Shauna.
Well, thank you for coming.
She's made me into a zombie and a ghoulish witch. So, of course, this Halloween, I was excited to see what makeup artist Kat Panic had in store for me. Panic says Halloween is an exciting time of year for makeup artists.
What makeup artists love about Halloween is they get to kind of exercise that creative muscle that we don't get to do the rest of the year. We get to make some characters and bring, like people's dreams or nightmares to life. That's always the best part, I find. We get to create different characters, and I say that every year, but every year it just gets better and better. Like, things just get more exciting, and there's new trends, and there's new stuff to try out, there's new makeup to try out, and there's new YouTube tutorials to watch. I mean, everybody gets excited, and even if I'm not doing the makeup, I'm always like, someone's got to try this, and I've got to watch them do it.
The local makeup artist says she's noticed some Halloween makeup trends this year.
So many Batmans, which apparently we need because we have killer clowns on the loose. We need Batman. But yeah, lots of Harley Quinns, lots of zombies still, lots of skeletons. I'm kind of lucky because right now in my career, I'm getting a lot of my clients coming to me saying, do whatever you want. And there's nothing better than saying, oh, okay, I've got this idea and I haven't been able to try it out. So it gets really exciting.
Panic says for Halloweeners doing their own makeup, there are a couple of tips to keep in mind.
Tips for doing your own makeup at home for Halloween is using all cosmetic grade everything. I say it every year, but it's so true. Making sure all your glitters are cosmetic safe so they aren't, hurting your eyes. Making sure your latex isn't expired because that can really hurt you. And making sure that you're using makeup quality things. You can use some kitchen grade stuff here and there, but to be safe, especially if you're doing other people's makeup like your friends, you don't want to hurt them. So make sure that things are safe, things aren't expired, and you're using them in the way they're supposed to be used.
I'm always excited to see Panic's creations, but was blown away, as per usual, by her concept for me this year.
We're turning Falon into the bunny from Alice in Wonderland with a little bit of a twist. I've always loved the Alice in Wonderland kind of idea, and bunnies are really cool, but they can be kind of scary. My friend has a bunny. It kind of scares me sometimes. So I just kind of was looking at some ideas for bunnies, and I thought I found one that I could, create fairly well.
After some time in the makeup chair, I was no longer Falon, but a very scary bunny. For more information on Kat Panic makeup artistry, you can check her out online. For Go, I'm Falon Wagner. I'm now joined by the Snow Sisters down here on the Whoop Up Days grounds. They're performing at the grounds. They're from Lethbridge Princess Parties. And today these girls are going to give me princess lessons because I think everyone wants to be a princess. Every girl wants to be a princess. So let's start with you, Anna. What tip do you have for me on being a princess?
Well, my first tip I think would be how to wave like a princess. You have to hold out your dress with one hand, and then you cup your hand and put it up, and you do a nice big wave to the side, just like that.
All right, I'll try it. I'll put my mic down.
Dress. Beautiful job.
I wanted to see if Mackenzie's theory was true, so I took a quick scuba lesson with my instructor, Sean. After a little bit of a struggle getting my gear on, I was submerged into the wonders of the University of Lethbridge pool.
Under the sea, darling, it's better down where it's wetter, take it from me.
Maybe one day I'll take the plunge into real open water, but I think I'll need a couple more lessons. You'd be hard-pressed to find a view like this while riding a horse anywhere but southern Alberta. Just outside the town of Waterton, Alpine Stables offers guided trail horseback riding through the picturesque national park. Josh Watson grew up helping out at Alpine Stables. He says the trails are unlike any other.
Just being in Waterton. Waterton's a great place to be. The scenery is beautiful. We see lots of wildlife, bears, elk, deer, very common to see on the rides. And so I think it's a neat place where you're not far from people, but you're out away from everyone and you get to see, the beauty that the park has.
Alpine Stables caters to both experienced and inexperienced riders. Their minimum riding age is 4 years old. Watson says there are horses and trails for everyone.
Basically any trail in the park you can hike on, we ride as well. So even day rides, we go up over mountain peaks, we go around mountains, we do overnight trips in the mountains, and then right down to hour rides around the stable here.
Ready?
Alpine Stables is a family-owned and operated business. Watson says his family has been guiding trail rides for 4 generations.
My grandpa, D. Barris, him and his wife Lorna actually built the stable here in 1969. And so we've been here almost since then. A few years in the 90s that we weren't, but yeah, we're into the 4th generation now. I'm Dee's grandson, and I have lots of cousins here, and even my nieces are starting to work here now.
Watson adds working with his family always makes for a great summer.
We love spending time out here and sharing it with people and taking them on rides and sharing what we know about this area and what we love about it so much and allowing other people to have that same experience here.
The crew at Alpine Stables gave me the opportunity to experience the trails myself, so I put on my cowboy boots and hopped on my horse, Lily. From there it was smooth riding, well, with the exception of a couple of stops along the way.
We kid each other. We both like to eat.
The season at Alpine Stables usually runs from the May long weekend until the end of September, weather depending. If you'd like to live out your cowboy dream, visit alpinestables.com, give them a call, or stop by the stables. For Go Southern Alberta, I'm Falon Wagner.